morning I came out here and and this is the red onion, and this is the chive, and the chives are going into seed on one of them. Need to cut them, and there's another chive going into seed. And I did plant some watermelon in that dirt over there, and some cantaloupe. I did plant 2 watermelons because the watermelons are having a harder time coming up than the cantaloupe. So the cantaloupes, I just planted them in here. A couple of the bigger leaves, they're second leaves, and then some of the smaller ones that I just get in house seedlings if anybody wants some. The lilac is doing good, and I planted a little one over there, a little uh, watermelon. I bet, and I'm gonna water them and give them. I know it just rained, but we just transplanted them. Just give them a little bit of water to get started because they were in very watery stuff. So I think my raspberries are coming up too. I'm not sure, but I'm seeing some green. We'll see what happens. But there's some more cantaloupe, and those are the other watermelons. See how they're not doing as well. And I think something got into it too. And then their seeds are harder. I think they need to like maybe soak the seeds for a while. I don't know. But yeah, the the ants are almost all gone over there. I put some bay leaf tea and all around there. There was lots of ants. Anyways, you just need to put bay leaves. But I figured since it's a big spot, so I was digging here and there's a lot of little red ants. So I brought some bay leaves over here, and you can see, maybe you can see them. I don't know. There's not that many now. Go away. Want them. I'm wondering if this is a shamrock plant. Get up. I don't know. Does anybody know what that is? Leave it in the comments. Yeah, it's a little, looks like a little shamrock. But yeah, I got one little watermelon there. Hopefully it will survive and we get some watermelon. Cantaloupe too. So yeah, and the cut nice and sunny it is again, and it's getting humid again. It was cool when when the rain first stopped. I mean, but here in the shade it's better. So look what I noticed too with the trees. I guess they're going to spray here, and there's probably a good reason why they're going to spray because I just noticed all these bugs going up the tree. See all these little, I don't know what type of bug they are, but see, sap, but it doesn't have any extra right now. But then I noticed those bugs going up the tree, and those are the same bugs like I dug up when I dug up the rocks. So I don't know. Maybe it's good that they're going to come and spray. And then I found this. Thing from last year. It's one of those, you know, Halloween um, kind of pumpkin thing. Anyways, it was full of seeds, so I guess the animals don't eat them. So I just put them there and I covered them. Hopefully, we get some of those. That'd be cool too. They're pumpkin. They're some kind of pumpkin, but they're not to eat. They're not edible, so maybe they're not edible for animals either. But I like when it's after it's a rain, and we needed this rain. It was so hot. Yeah, and also just want to ask for prayers for everybody. Mom is like in the hospital. She went to hospital again this morning, and so hopefully she's gonna be okay. There, at least they can take care of her better than at home. She couldn't even breathe. So yeah, this weather isn't helping her. Yeah, so I did all that. I dug it up, brought it out to the front, right to there. I'm gonna do the other one too. I'm gonna bring it right to there. So I dug it up. Yeah. So everything's looking good here. Potatoes are looking good. They are got flowers. So yeah, it looks so dark before. I just wanted to show you guys how when the rain goes, when the rain's gone, we got some good lightning too. There was a couple big bang lightning. But yeah, stores aren't open today. So like in town here, no stores are open, and my ride uh, reneged on the plan to go shopping today. So I gotta wait till I have a ride to go shopping and pay my rent. So I have no bank in my town anymore. They took our bank down. So shit happens. But happy Canada Day. It's Canada Day today, and I'm wearing my Canada Day shirt and my skirt that I made. I'll show you. You guys saw it last year. I did some dances in it. So it's become my Canada Day. It's become my Canada Day shirt because skirt, because somebody recognized me on Canada Day and I was wearing it and I didn't even didn't think about it. And then they're like, "Oh, you look so you're like the most Canadian dressed or whatever." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So yeah, I got the Ancestry North, strong and free. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just enjoying the outside today. Just regrounding myself. The full moon just happened, and that was a big one, a big one. A lot of responsible thing. A lot of things, responsibilities come up, things that you have to attend to immediately. No plan for, you can't plan for, but yeah. So if you all say prayers for my mama to get her voice back and to get her breathing back to normal as soon as possible and her health back. Yeah, she just came back from her trip, and I think that trip took a lot of energy out of her. Oh yeah, it was a big trip. It was a flight, flying, and then lots of people there. Big gathering. She just came back from a big, huge gathering, big family gathering. So I'm just waiting to hear how she's doing. She's in the hospital right now. Hey JB, just wondering where everybody is. Let's go out here. Enjoy the nice weather after rain. I love it after a rain. How's Boston? Did you guys get rain today? Yeah, my skin has been, this heat wave that we had, my skin has been really irritated. Like in those hot spots that we all have, and especially, it's worse when you got menopause. Not that you know about that, JB, but I'm just saying in general. Just speaking in general. Yeah. Good, good lady is garnishing, gar- garden. A good lady is, I don't know what that word means. The pop-up storm missed us. Oh, really? Yeah, it just came out of nowhere, too. It was like, all of a sudden it was there, all of a sudden it got dark, and it was there. And we got one really, like loud lightning. 101 there, holy cow, I hope you stay cool. Oh, no, speak Spanish, miss. Oh, a poquito. No, I cannot read Spanish. No puedo escribir en español. And write or read, I cannot in Spanish. If I was hearing your voice and then I spoke, then I could understand you. Depending on what Spanish too. I know there's two different dialogue in Spanish. There's been Spanish people. It's really hard for me to understand. But if you're like Spanish from like Chihuahua, Mexico, or something like that, then I could probably understand you. Do you know Colorado? Hey, is this 840? Is this 840? Are you here in your other accounts? Hello. Well, anyways. Latin is hot, very hot. Aw, thanks. You're sweet. Nice. That's sweet. Thanks for telling me what it means. Somebody tried to hide that. Another moderator. Don't be hiding people tell I don't even have any moderators on here, do I? I don't even know who I have on a moderator. But it said another moderator. It could be like AI fucking trying to take over. You're gonna do some weed? Our weed stores freaking closed on Canada Day. What, like in town here? What a bunch of asses. Hey Richie, welcome back. Hi Richie. You haven't smoked a cigarette with Kass online for a year. Are you smoking one now? Happy Canada. Thanks. Are you Canadian too, or are you American? I have a lot of friends from America on YouTube. Sometimes I almost like my American friends better than my Canadian friends. I ain't gonna lie. Because your Canadian friends, they're right there. Some of them, not all of them, okay? Just some of them. They're right there, but they don't want to do shit for you. But if you had your American friends here, they would do it if they were near you. So, oh, 4th of July coming up. Yeah. Yeah, we have Canada Day. 3 days. Happy 4th of July early. Prepare. Yeah, sometimes I haven't been doing this coming out here just to chat with you guys. I haven't been doing that for a while. Sometimes I have nothing good to say. Cause yeah, and I just don't like to like bring a lot of the things that go on in my life onto my YouTube channels because it's not about that. Do you like do I like no I no I do not like young men. Not like how you think. No, I do not. Why are you asking that? No, I do not want to raise. I already raised two. Okay, I already raised two. I'm not interested in dating a boy. Not interested in dating someone I have to be a mother to. No, thank you. If I was gonna date, it would be a real man, not a man that gets all emotional and stuff when you're trying to be serious and like just have serious conversations. They can't handle their own emotions. I want an emotionally mature man. That's what I want. Emotionally mature man. Then can hold it down when I'm, well, when I'm going, if I need somebody that needs strong emotions. I'm a full Gemini, fully a Gemini. Well, depends on whether the Gemini is on their shadow side or their light side. If you're on your light side, you're cool for me. But if you're on your shadow side, damn, I ain't dealing with my past self and nobody else. Hell to the no, hell to the no. No, because Gemini's when they're in their shadow side, they can be pretty toxic. So unhealed Geminis, I try to stay away from them as much as I can. At least you agree. 29 would work. 29? What do you mean 29? My son is 30, okay? I have a 30-year-old son. Yeah. You're 29? See, I can tell you something. I can tell you a story about 29. 29 is the age when you have to be careful not to fall in love with your karmic or somebody that teaches you a lot of lessons. Because that's when it's going to happen. Even if you've been like keeping like that from happening up to then, usually, well, that's when it happened to me. And I've seen it happen to a few other people at that time. So be careful of the 29. Because then you're like almost like forced to grow up because shit happens that you never asked for and shit. And that's like shit. And you can't just like, go and forget about it because now your heart's involved. Now your heart's involved, and you're like your heart and soul deep. So like and that's when you kind of learn your lessons. Yeah, I'm 52 now, so I can talk about that and maybe warn some other people about that. Be careful of who you fall in love with when you're in your late 20s. I date 41-year-old. No, she is 42. Okay, no, there's nothing wrong with it. My last boyfriend was 11 years younger than me, and I never planned on that. But at the time, he matched my energy, right? So at the time, he matched my energy. Oh, I know a lot of the younger generation have had to go through a lot of things a lot sooner than a lot of us older generation did, you know, because the world is moving way faster now because all of that technology, like look at it, look at the 90s. The reason the 90s was so chill and you actually had real friends still in the 90s and not everybody was just on social media your friend. And I get so sick of social media, just being on social media all the time with my real friends, you know what I mean? Because I do it as my my work. So I don't want to. If I'm hanging out with my real friends, I want it to be, or my family, I want it to be in real time, not on friggin' screens. And that's one of the things that annoys me the most. And in the 90s, you could just show up at someone's house and say, hey, what's up? And and hang out with them, right? Or bring them coffee and hang out with them. People don't do that anymore. Why not? That's how you open up your your friendships back open up again. Like if you've taken some time from each other, like friendships, like you go out and have coffee, you chat about what you missed and the times that you've been away from each other. And that's what I remember what real friendships are about, or real connections are about. Yeah. The internet is supposed to be for entertainment, and it's become not that. you know it's become everybody's life. And it's I wish it would switch back. People would start living in real time so they don't have to live on the internet. So yeah, so people can actually hang out with their real friends, you know. Yeah, we've started doing that at this building now. There's a few people. We go out, we have cigarette, we have our little smoke time outside, we chat, we look at the moon, stars, whatever. I'm into astronomy, I'm into astrology. I like the planetary aspects of everything. I like to learn, and I like when I'm chatting with people that like have interests that I'm interested in, so you can actually have something to talk about. The phone lines just go on and the internet. Yeah. Yeah, it's never gonna change back. Well, you never know. If the power grid starts going down, because everybody's living on the internet and nobody's living real life anymore. Like I still have to go plant plants, and that's why I like my plants in my house, because that's the one thing that makes me feel real is my plants in my house. You know, they let me know, yes, I'm real. Water me. I'm dying over here. You know, if I won't don't water them for a bit, they start like getting all curled up, and then they start getting yellow, and it's like, yeah, that's real. It's real. Well, thanks for hanging out, Richie.
Yeah, so yesterday we had no internet, and actually that was kind of refreshing. It was kind of refreshing because we still had power. I could still, make food. I could still, have light. My plants could still have their light, whatever. I could still work on my plants if I wanted to. I could still work in my house if I wanted to. So I didn't mind not having internet for a couple of hours yesterday. Other than it sucked because communication goes down then too. The communication that is necessary, right? Yeah. Have a blessed day too. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, back in the day, you could just unplug the phone. Nowadays, you can just turn it off, I guess. But you can just turn off your phone. But the thing is, I don't want to do that in case there was an emergency. Like yesterday, I didn't know if my mom had come back yet from her trip, and she hadn't contacted me. But I guess on the way home, we don't even know when her voice went on her. Like she can't speak, can't, and so I don't even know exactly when she got home, but I called her yesterday and that's why and I let my sister know like that she's not doing well at all. And then my sister's close to her. She got to go over there. And so if I didn't have the internet at all, like I ended up having the internet on some areas, people that had different type of internet. Okay. So I got to connect with them, that internet to contact my mom. So, and that was the most important thing, phone call that I would have had to make yesterday. Calling my mom and making sure that she made it to the hospital because I didn't even know she was home. Like, and then call her and then find out she's so sick. So I'm glad she's getting taken care of though. But I appreciate everybody that prays for her and says prayers for health and for my mom. It's so hard when you're just feel so helpless. Like there's nothing you can do about it. Like I don't even have a car now. I couldn't even get to her. It's so hard. And then breathing, not being able to breathe is like one of the worst things ever. And I went through like just like a bronchitis or something like that a year ago at Christmas, and I couldn't breathe. Oh man, I was in so much pain, and I couldn't breathe, and that's how my mom's feeling right now. And she also has extra things going on with her. She has heart issues, and also like she also has like lung issues. Already. This weather did not help her. This 100-degree weather. It felt like 100-degree. It was like in her 30s, but I don't know what that would be in like the American Celsius or whatever. I think ours is degrees and yours is Celsius, I think. But yeah, I like being outside. And if I can be outside on the phone and chat with you guys online, that's cool. Like, it's the only way I can hang out with you guys or chat with you guys. Let you guys know I'm still around. I had kind of a crazy week, so I didn't do my yoga this week. Didn't even get to do the full moon reading, but I'm hoping to do it tonight. I was going to do it last night, and then we had no internet, so I'm going to do tonight. And I will just ask different questions than if I were to do it before. You know what I mean? Maybe ask like how can you use the energy of the full moon to uh, you know do what you need to do in your life. Positive things. Yeah. Anyways, it's kind of cooled down a little bit now because I got out of the sunshine. You gotta wait a little bit longer and then I can go water the plants. Want to give them a little bit water before they before the night, but I want to wait till the sun goes down all the way because it's still over there, the sun. So happy day. Well, today's Canada Day and nothing's working out the way you're hoping. Maybe it just shows you how fucked up Canada is. And today's the day that it shows like how messed up Canada is. Help! Our country needs help too. Yeah. Anyways, so what you doing today? What you doing today, JB? I'm surprised Will didn't come in and say hi, or some other people didn't come in and say hi. I'm surprised. I've been on here for 25 minutes, and usually when I pop on here, people usually find me right away. But I noticed that, like, I haven't been on YouTube for a couple days, but I've been watching, here and there. But I also noticed that even big channels, like, they don't have the views that we used to. So something's changing at YouTube again. So yeah, even some of the bigger channels had like, less than 100 views. What's up that? What's up with that? But anyways, I don't think you're supposed to pass people right there. Finishing or fishing in fries salad. You're fishing and then you're gonna fry it and then you're gonna have salad. Is that what I'm getting? Fish and fries. Fishing in fries or fish and fries? Salad. I made like a white sauce pasta yesterday, like a, Alfredo type of pasta. I didn't feel like making anything big. Oh, a fucking fries salad. Fresh? Am I don't know what kind of salad that is. Okay, well, you're having a salad. Perfect day for a salad. I didn't get to go shopping. Fresh. Never mind. On my brain, okay, so somebody already sent me like paragraphs, okay, today, first thing when I woke up, after I told that person, I don't text, just call me when you can. And they were supposed to take me shopping. And they sent me paragraphs after paragraphs after paragraphs. So I think they're trying to start some drama. So I'm not, today I can't pronounce shit because I'm just like, I was blown away, but I was what I was reading from somebody that, yeah. Yeah. Frizzy. Oh, frizzy. Frizzy? What's a frizzy salad? Jeez. Well, that's what I thought, but it doesn't make sense. Hey, how's it going? Nice storm we had. Yeah. Yes, Jesus help us. Google it. Well, I can't Google it while I'm on here. And you can't send me voice text, and I'm not on StreamYard, and you can't come up and tell me. No, but it's okay. I'd say if you're on Facebook, you just share it on Facebook, but you're not on Facebook, or I don't have your Facebook, whatever. Freshy. Oh, okay, it's a certain brand of lettuce. Okay, I get it. Or salad. Maybe I'm not supposed to say the brand's name. Maybe it's like I'm promoting a brand that's not promoting me. Anyways, you're tired. I'm tired. Happy day, and I'm gonna get out of here and the grass is too wet to do yoga today, so maybe we'll, if it's cool enough tomorrow, we'll get some tomorrow. Oh, there's a bunny over there. Ooh, there's a bunny over there. Bunny wants some of your salad. Look at the bunny over there. It went, that way under the trees. Yeah, the rain was pouring down. Look at that. It's almost all dried up except for that puddle over there. The sun came right back out. It even blew over those ladies. I can't even believe that. The storm even blew those ladies over there, the little ladies. What were caveman and dinosaurs like? What were caveman and dinosaurs like? I don't know. Good question, though. Did caveman have emotional intelligence? I'm wondering if they were, because I think they would have, because they would have been more self-aware. You know what I mean? Because they had to live in the cave. They have to like survive, and they'd be more coherent or observant. So I think cavemen would have been all right. I think they would have been all right, maybe. Anyways, good question. All right, talk to you later. Bye.